You are looking at somebody who has been battling chronic pain for over 15 years, but my story is a lot different than most. I can't take most medications that I need. I cannot take steroids, really. I cannot process basic Tylenol PM, Advil. I can't do it. I can't do things like Toradol. I cannot take a lot of supplements like magnesium and potassium. My body does not metabolize these medications properly. And the sad thing is, I expressed these concerns over and over, and nobody listened to me. So hopefully, you're going to listen to me walk through the steps as to how I obtained pharmacogenomic testing. Pharmacogenomic testing was a lifesaver for me. The downside to it is I still have yet to find a provider that is willing to take my pharmacogenomic results and help me build a plan. So it's taken me a lot longer because I'm a patient with no medical background, doing my own research and looking into things. As you can see, this big book on my desk. I'm doing the hard work, right? Because this is my body and I have to advocate. Nobody's going to advocate better for me than me. But this started years ago. Benadryl, I just noticed it made me very sleepy. I was always told that's a normal side effect of the medication, but the side effects would never go anywhere. Fast forward till now, I realize that my heart is extremely sensitive. I deal with SVT, sustained and non-sustained, PACs, which are premature atrial contractions, premature ventricular contractions. I deal with bradycardia, tachycardia, and I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting over a cold or something. I deal with a lot of heart issues. So my heart is extremely sensitive to a lot of medications. And when I would express this to doctors, nobody would listen to me. Just take the medication. So it got to a point to where I was being accused of lying. Oh, I've never seen somebody react to medications like that. Certain medications, I hallucinate. Like Reglan. Reglan makes me hallucinate. I will stay far away from it. But it comes with the experience of knowing what I can and cannot take. So I'm going to go over my pharmacogenomic testing. I'm going to share with you the company that I use. The company is called Genome Medical. Genome Medical is amazing. I will link them in the description. They are like the middleman. And the only reason I had to use Genome Medical is because none of my doctors would order the pharmacogenomic testing for me. The only caveat to Genome Medical is they do not accept like state Medicaid or anything. They only accept private insurance. But the process is very quick. You go on their website, you fill out the intake form, you schedule a date and time to meet with one of their genetic counselors. And they do charge you $250. They bill that to your insurance, but nothing is billed up front. I spent almost an hour with this amazing counselor. She went over a lot of my medical history, and we decided let's just go ahead and order the pharmacogenomic testing. If you do it through Genome Medical does use OneOme. I will admit, OneOme's customer service was non-existent, but in their testing methods are a little bit slower than other genetic companies, but I got the results that I were looking for. But, and this is a big but, if you are able to get a doctor to order the testing for you and you don't have the problem that I have, I recommend GeneSight. GeneSight customer service is a lot better, and their reports are more detailed and broken down, and it actually gives you the medications that you either cannot metabolize or what to stay away from. So with OneOme, I'm having to do the work on my own. As I said, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I self-study. You can see my big book on my desk. So it's taken me a lot longer to figure this stuff out, but we're going to get it done. So my biggest question mark was the CYP2D6 pathway. Most of the medications metabolize through that way, and I was under the assumption that I was a poor metabolizer, which was the total opposite. Surprisingly, 2IP2D6 I normally metabolize, so I got confused. Now, there is a difference between pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. One of them basically is how your body metabolizes a medication, and the other one is how your body responds. So I'm like, okay, this is not a metabolization issue. This is my body responding to the medication. So I have to look a little bit more deeper into that, right? But I kind of just want to go over, found out I have Gilbert's syndrome, by the way. And it's like when you're looking into pharmacogenomic testing, if you have any certain variants, it'll give you an RSID that you can look it up on like Varsum, because I'm very deep into genetics and things like that. So I found out also that I have a certain variant where I have reduced activity in the CYP4F2, which is pertaining to vitamin K. I have a clotting issue. Nobody could never tell me why. Every time I get my blood drawn, and you know how they put bandage over, it would fill with blood. It's like it takes my blood a very long time to clot. This gave me insight on that, right? I pray I never need a transplant, because a lot of the medications that they do for transplants, Let me see if I can find it. I am a poor metabolizer. I barely metabolize these medications. So when you are a poor metabolizer, it's just building up in your bloodstream, and it makes you very, very sick. When it pertains to, let's see, if I needed to be on any antidepressants, my body would not metabolize these things properly. Surprisingly, I am a fast metabolizer of lidocaine. It makes sense. Every time I was given lidocaine, and it wore off very quickly, you know? I think it's the CYP3A5. That's where a lot of the tacrolimus and sirolimus and different things like that. CYP2B6, I'm an intermediate metabolizer. So such things like ketamine, I've never had to take those. So that's not that bad, you know. But I promise you, this test is worth it. If you have more questions than answers when it pertains to medication, I highly recommend that you advocate for yourself to get pharmacogenetic testing. I hope you don't have to go through what I went through, where I had to fight and then eventually had to just get it myself. So Genome Medical would be that place that you can order from. They're like the middleman. They're the doctor that's willing to place the order for you. But if you have somebody that's willing to do it, GeneSight is 10 times better. And I hope that helps. And if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section.